A movie in theaters now details a gripping real-life hostage situation that turned into a story of redemption. I sat down and talked with actor David Oyelowo about his portrayal of serial killer Brian Nichols.
Nichols out.
My name is Ashley Smith. I'm a mother.
I don't trust you, Ashley. You scream again, and I will have to kill you.
That is from the trailer, the new movie Captive. This crime drama thriller is based on a true story of Brian Nichols. 10 years ago, while he was on trial in Atlanta for rape and kidnapping, he overpowered a sheriff's deputy, shot and killed the judge and a court reporter. While he was on the run, Nichols killed 2 more people and held a woman in her apartment before he was recaptured by police. Actor David Oyelowo plays Brian Nichols in Captive and joins us now. It's such a pleasure to have you here in studio. I'm a huge fan of your work, especially in Selma, and it's poignant that you play such a shift from an iconic character like Martin Luther King Jr. to a madman, a lunatic, a horrible human being, yet someone who sought redemption. How was it for you to capture that possibility of someone being so evil yet seeking something good?
Well, I think that was the thing for me, you know, in juxtaposing playing a character like Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King is an icon, a transcendent human being. And my job with that role, I think, was to humanize him, to make him feel touchable, relatable, and in some ways that accentuates the amazing things he did. With Brian Nichols, when you see the news reports of what happened on that day, you demonize him, and understandably so. My job with that film was to show that cold-sided part of him and then to humanize him similarly, because at the end of the day I truly believe he was an instrument for good in Ashley Smith's life. My job was not to exonerate him for what he did, but he didn't kill Ashley Smith. He did give himself up. He did let her go, and it was the point beyond which Ashley Smith never touched the drug she was captive to again, meth, and gained her life back. And there's just something so miraculous and I think transcendent about that story as well.
And I think that's something that captured everyone's hearts when they not only saw this develop over time, but that each of them gave something to each other that changed their lives. And for Ashley Smith and changing Brian Nichols, it was a book called The Purpose-Driven Life that took him.
The reason why I think Brian didn't kill Ashley that night and it turned a corner from a very deadly path that had been what that day had been about was the fact that Ashley Smith saw him as a human being, treated him as a human being, and saw in him a reflection of herself and the downward spiral she was on. And as she read from Rick Warren's book, which is about purpose, which is about hope, which is about redemption, it was something they both needed and craved. And I think that just the miraculous intersection of that truth is what helped them turn the corner.
Did you meet with Ashley Smith and spend some time with her, and what did you take away?
I did. She was on set for a lot of the film, and she was a huge part of my preparation. I couldn't get to Brian Nichols because he's serving multiple life sentences, and you can't have access to him. And so, you know, people who knew him, obviously the news reports are far-reaching, but she was my main source. And, you know, our job was to get this story right and authentic for her sake as well, because she's very much still living the progression of this story. And I think all of us can relate to that, moments when we just thought, well, this is it for me. And it was the opposite for her. So hopefully people come away seeing that for themselves and seeing hope and the possibility of a second chance.
Thanks so much for sharing a bit with us.
Thank you.